So a couple days ago, DJT, aka the GOAT president, celebrated his 79th birthday. That's right, folks. That's what 79 looks like if you are not a liberal. Anyway, on the same day, it just so happened to be the celebration of the 250th anniversary for the United States Army. Now, in contrast to that, the lefties, liberals, the wokety woke folk on the left decided to have their own anti-celebration. As per usual, how can they express their own internalized misery? And so they, I guess, hosted what they called the No King protest. You know, one of these allegedly George Soros-esque funded, quote unquote, protests where everybody has the same signs that are made, but nobody actually knows what the hell they're protesting. Yeah, they had one of those called the No King protest. And, you know, I'm oftentimes confused when they're doing these things. You know, like the burning of the Teslas and stuff like that made a little more sense because it's like, we hate you, Elon, because I guess, well, I don't exactly know why they hated. I mean, he was doing the little thing that their own politicians promised to do, which was to cut government waste. But I digress. I understood that they hated Elon, therefore that transitioned into blowing up Teslas. But when it came to this No King thing, I didn't really understand because as far as I remember, and many of us remember, DJT was selected by the people against all odds, whereas their candidate, Skamala, Queen Cackles Harris, was, well, I guess she wasn't even voted into her position, right? Literally, her own party didn't even get to decide on her. But anyway, I just thought to myself, maybe we could make some sense out of what this whole No King protest is about from the left, directly from the horse's mouth, since surely they must know what the hell this is actually about. So without further ado, let's bring up clip number 1 before number 2. Let's get into it.
I'm just so scared. I'm 74 years old. I worry about everything, and I just am so scared and upset, and I don't understand why people voted for this person.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely feel bad for this one. I blame MSDNC. You know, I put out a tweet recently. I said, I bet that every night, as you know, the devil is wrapping up his day, he turns on MSDNC and just cracks a smile. This is his nightly routine, because ain't no damn way. The level of propaganda that you have to be, I guess, you have to be exposed to get to this place. Unprecedented. I mean, what are they telling y'all on there? Are they in their world, DJT is the equivalent of Darth Vader. You understand me? There's no separation between the little mustache man and Donald Django Trump. They are the same person in these people's minds. Yet, day by day, they go along living their lives. Absolutely nothing changes. That's the power of the mind right there. And that's the power of the mind that has been brainwashed by Joyless Reed and actually, no, she was recently fired. Who else they got left there? God. I know Jen Psaki fired. I guess the Wicked Witches at the View. We'll just go with that. So let's bring up clip number 2. Hopefully this woman will give us more insight into what exactly this protest was about. So let's go for it.
We don't have kings. We don't have thrones. The power belongs to the people, and the country belongs to the people. We want to make it clear that the flag belongs to the people of the United States as well. It does not belong to the president. It does not belong to the military. We also stand in opposition to the parade in Washington, D.C.
I've been opposed to fascism all my life, and I was a high school government teacher. And these people's kids would have failed my course, the people who support Trump.
Did you hear that? He would have, this old ancient hippie would have flunked you in his class because of who you voted for? That sounds like a commie to me. That sounds like, I don't know, like a fascist. Don't that sound like a fascist? Totalitarian control?
They don't understand anything about the fact that we're all kings, not him.
There are a lot of people that don't agree with
Get off the drugs.
what's happening. And we want a kind world. We want to take care of each other, our siblings. We're all connected. People are hungry. People are hurting. We need that money in other places. How about funding education?
Oh, so that's cute. So about $45 million was spent on this massive parade. Let me see if I can make a comparison for y'all. George Floyd, 2020. Let's see. That was roughly $2 to $3 billion, I believe, was spent in total. So, yeah, I don't know. Celebrating America, right? Or celebrating criminal drug addict who lost his life and was essentially made a martyr by people who pretended to care about him. I don't know. Maybe there's something there I'm missing. Maybe that's just me.
How about feeding people? How about offering health care?
Trump is doing it just to make himself feel bigger and better, and to also threaten us. Like, to have the military go through the streets of our country, it feels like a threat to me. Like he's saying, don't.
Everything feels like a threat to the mentally unstable. And this is, again, I know there's folks who watch me who have some of these mental illnesses, and you can see them. And unfortunately, these individuals don't want to get the help. They just fall deeper and deeper into their own levels of psychosis.
Speak up. Don't stand out.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm kind of getting where we're at now, right? So we're protesting fascism, racism, sexism, just the typical things, right? What else would we expect? Let me see if we get anything new from this last clip here. I feel that there's still something I'm missing, right? Like, what's the actual point? What's the purpose? Beyond just I'm an old white liberal. I am bored out of my mind. I look to virtue signal to, my gardener and my pool cleaner. And yeah, of course, the old mental illness. Let's get into it.
I'm out here because I heard the Red Hats were coming. The Red Hats are coming.
The Red Hats are coming.
The Red Hats are coming. So I came out here to mock MAGA.
Okay, so what's the biggest issue that you're concerned about right now in America?
There are so many. My country's being destroyed. I spend a lot of time crying. They are
we surprised?
destroying my country.
Who's they? Like, who specifically?
MAGA.
All these people?
MAGA.
Do you think it's weird that there's a lot of women and like minorities out here?
Mind you, these are the people who are in support of, get ready for it, unaliving your children at unprecedented rates, dissolving the nuclear family, which is to get rid of the mother, father, and children in a healthy household. These are the same ones who are in defense of protecting the rights, quote unquote, of the undocumented, i.e. illegal immigrants, people who came here unlawfully, in support of gang members, decriminalizing crime, taking away police enforcement, which is going to disproportionately affect, quote unquote, black and brown people. And yes, of course, full-blown communism. Yet they're speaking of our country is being destroyed. Yes, it is. Our country was being destroyed by you.
Not really. I mean, because I believe that Americans are all equally vulnerable to brainwashing and equally vulnerable to the lies of a felon and a con man. I'm just really sad that there are this many Americans, that there are this weak.
Yeah, well, you believe Trump's racist, right?
Oh, yeah.
So why would all these brown and black people be out here supporting Trump, do you think?
That's something you'd have to ask them. I don't know. I mean, it's easy for me to stand over here as a white person and say, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's using them. He hates them. I see it as being pretty embarrassing and sad, but...
Did you hear that, POCs? He hates you. He hates you. He's always hated you. Remember when they gave him the NAACP award, standing there with Rosa Parks and Muhammad Ali? He hated you. He's hated you all throughout, continuously creating opportunities, partnering with. He's always hated you. Oh, but the Democratic Party, the one who infantilizes you and sees you as lesser than and poor you can't do for yourself, they love you. The same ones who bring up twerkers on stage in order to represent you, they love you. They love you. The ones who bring in illegal immigrants to come into your communities, depleting the opportunities that you could have, they love you. So thanks for that one, Caroline.
I don't obviously see it that way, so.
Yeah. What's one thing that he did to black people that shows that he's racist?
Lots of things.
Lots.
I mean, he's bringing back
So
stop
many.
and frisk. He's oh God. I mean, his commentary, his words.
What did he say?
What he said when he was at that black journalist dinner. Oh my God, that was the most racist thing I've ever seen him.
You literally are making shit up. Oh God, there's so many terrible things to choose from. Remember all those terrible things that he said when they're so terrible? Oh, how terrible they are. Oh, geez, there's too many to pick from. Can I just not pick any at all? Because there's so many that I can pick from. Oh, remember that dinner that one time that MSDNC told me about? There was a dinner and he said something racist, but they actually didn't say it because nothing was said. Oh, God.
My entire life. I can't.
What did he say?
He was asking the woman to you're not being nice enough to me. I mean, it's just the way he talks down to people, and especially.
There are videos of Joe Biden calling black people by the alternative word, we'll say that, and also saying that these people need to be in their own space. This is Joe Biden, old man Joe. He's been around since dirt. Literal videos, but yet she can't even come up. Oh, well, he was not being very nice. Yeah, guess what? DJT also said, well, actually, it was in between him and Megyn Kelly. She said, now you've been known to call women pigs, fat slobs, etc. And he stopped her and he said, only Rosie O'Donnell. Only Rosie O'Donnell. Everybody can get it when it comes to DJT. And as a matter of fact, I think who gets it the least are quote unquote minorities. If I was president, I'm cooking everybody. Everybody's getting roasted. I know he still got to be on his P's and Q's because folks are so damn sensitive out here, but she can't even come up with one damn thing.
Black women.
That's racist? Just saying
he talks down to black women. Oh my gosh. It's like he was treating her like his slave. It was really awful, I thought.
No, you treat black folk like slaves. They're not able to think for themselves. Surely, the only reason that they would have a differing opinion than I do is because they're brainwashed. Those black people.
You think he was treating her like a slave?
That's how it felt to me. But again, I'm just clearly to other. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yep, you don't get it, and that is the point. Yeah, so I guess we have a consensus as far as we have indeed mental illness at the foundation of it all. Then we have some virtue signaling. That's like the second layer of our cake, and then of course we have our top tier, which is just plain, oh, I'm bored. I need something to do. That's what the No King protest was about. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Now, if you'd like to stay around, make sure to click that little subscribe button down there, or you can show some love by going to the description below and clicking on the button titled Buy Me a Coffee. Leave a little something there, or click on the Cash App. Leave a little something here. Till the next time, peace.
I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon. I fell in love with the night. I can see the light again. I can see the light. You can see the life in him illuminate the night. I know the time is taking. A 3-6-5, that's a full rotation. I see you looking up, you know them constellations. Constantly gazing like house of praises, you get to praising.